Hello and welcome to Mr. G's workshop. Today I'm going to be turning a wooden apple. I'm going to show you my way of turning a wooden apple. Normally when I turn, I wear a powered respirator. I've got air filter on, but today, because I'm making a video, I'm just going to be using glasses. So PPE is important really when you turn. I've got a piece of Splatted Beech here, it's 3x3. What I've done is I've found centres and used a centre punch, and then I'm just going to bob it on lathe in between centres. Tools I'm going to be using today is spindle rough and gouge, spindle gouge and a ball gouge, and then I'll be finishing it off with some friction polish. So what I'll do is I'll just level this up with tool rest, just make sure it's at right height. I just want it just below centre. Turn that round. Spinning free, make sure that's tight, that's locked up nice. So I'll turn it on. Before I turn it on, I'll put my glasses on. Right, so I've got my glasses on. I'm going to be using rough and gouge first, just to turn it round, and then we'll go from there. It's not perfectly true, but I ain't too worried about it really. So I'll spin it, it's about 1,000 reps a minute. Stop lathe, tool rest a bit closer. Spin it round, make sure it's alright. Rough and gouge again. Just touch it level, lift it, handle up, start to float. If you listen, then you can see how long shavings are coming off compared to what it was before. You've got a good indication really, it's more or less round. If you look at that, it's more or less round. There's just one flat spot which is there. So we're going to turn it round, just a bit more off that. But it's a lovely looking bit of Splatted Beech that. Yeah. There you go. So that's nice and round now. What I'll do is, I don't know if you can notice, you can't really notice from that sort of an angle. It's not really true, it's that bit of wood spit off it. What I'm going to do now is turn that end down, because I want to mount it on my chuck. So what I'll do is I'll use my parting tool. Tool this end up first. bit too deep, but we'll see what that's like. So what I've done is I've used my parting tool. I'm going to take that off now, put my chuck on. Move that tool start away. Not a lot of to dry out, all dry solid. Nice little draw down here. But chuck, so it's SK114. It's got C jaws on, I think. Yeah, C jaws. Nips up. So that nips up lovely now. So what I'm going to do is get ball gouge. I don't know why I use ball gouge. I think it's just to do with this end grain here. I can just take a bit more meat off at one time, I think. But ball gouge or spindle gouge, whatever's your preference really, you can use both. I like to use both. I'm just going to tool that because it's a bit more. That's nice and true. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, this is a ball gouge. So I'm going to stop wave, have a quick look at that. I've just rounded that off. I'm going to hold my tool rest in a touch, because now I want to create, this is going to be top of apple and that's going to be bottom of apple. So what I want to do is I want to create that little concave. So make sure that's alright. So I've switched it to spindle gouge here now, just because I can just refine the shape. So what you want to do is you want to look at it and it wants to be going round, not too flat, and then it wants to round back in. As you can see there, I've just put a little dent in there. We're going to be drilling a hole in there soon. I'll be using a screw chuck, so that don't look too bad. In fact, I'm going to look a little bit deep, but not at all. As you can see, I'm rounding, coming back here, going straight in. Let's stop it. Hold the tool rest. Tool rest. Feels alright. So back to me ball gouge. That spins round alright. So ideally it wants to be, without sounding silly, I love that nice and round shape rather than being a square. Some people do all different shapes of apples. There's different varieties of apples. So depending what variety, what shape, whatever you like, it's your apple at the end of the day. So I'll make that shape of apple and I'll come back to this side and just take a bit of this blade. This piece of wood, I think it was about 4.5 inch long. It's just what I had spare really. So as you can see, I've got a nice bit of space here, nice bit of meat on there, so I've got plenty to play with going forward. I can get right round inside that apple with this tool. So as you can see now, I've got a nice rounded shape, so it don't look too bad at all. So what I'll go back to my spindle gouge, take a right little fine cut. So what I'll do now is I'll drill an hole in there. I think that's 4mm. I've got a 4mm drill bit. So let's start it away. Some people just use chuck by hand and just drill it in. But what I tend to find is if you do that, sometimes it's not quite central. When you put that onto your screw chuck, it tends to wobble it about. So this tends to help. So I'll turn lathe on, and I'll be turning it just about 500 revs there. So nice and steady. So I'll drill in a little bit, come out a little bit, drill in a bit. All drilled. So what I'll do is sand. I'll sand and more or less finish as much as I can like before I pat it off, turn it round, put it on a screw chuck and then finish it off altogether. So at a minute, it don't look too bad. And what I need to do now is just sand that we've got a shape. It's a quick and easy project is this, to be honest. That's me just extraction here. You can still see we're alright with that. So you have to bear with me with this sanding like that. honest, I'm looking at that now, and it don't look right. I need to take a little bit more off here, so don't be scared to do what I'm doing now. Stop, check it, have a quick look. If it's not right, then obviously alter shape. That's all I'm doing. If it wasn't right, then if it were right, it'd be alright. So spindle gouge. Have a look at shape of the apple. We're up to 1500 revs there. We'll have another quick look at it. Make sure it's nice and round. We don't want to see any flat spots in here. A little bit more, I think. A lot better shape. Right, now I'm happy with shape. Go back to sanding again. Just a quick follow. So it don't look too bad at that. That's 320. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tool grit on. So tool grit, that's what I'm using. Tool grit. If you ever do Yorkshire grit, then it's some sort of product. So what I'll do is I'll get some kitchen towel. We'll apply Yorkshire grit while it's stationary. give it a quick rub round. And then apparently I think it takes it up to possibly 1,000 grit equivalent. So we've got a little bit on this now. Move it down, you can see it absorbs it. Same way, well, it's at 700 a minute. So we'll rub that Yorkshire grit in, 12 grit solid. We'll put any excess off. What you want to do is keep rubbing it until you can't see any more 12 grit on this kitchen towel you're using, and then it's done. So that's at about 700 doing it. So I'm just rubbing it round, looking at my paper towel, changing the paper towel, trying to get it off. But there's one thing I haven't done. Sanding sealer. I'm supposed to do that first, which I forgot. So I'm gonna have to sand and seal it after I've done this. So all I have to do is just sand it a little bit, just to put some sanding seal on it in a minute. Should have done that first, to be honest, but after days we only do two. It's coming up a bit low on here. So, as you can see, just a light sand. Stop it, cellulose sanding seal. 50-50 I mix it to. So what I'm doing is I'm just, this bit of paper towel's quite wet, so I'm just rubbing in, having a quick look, see where I can see where it absorbs it. So I'll just put some more on. This Splatted Beech stuff is quite dry and it's taking quite a lot. What you have to do is put as much on as you think this wood can accept, without making it run all over. Let's wipe the excess off, and then turn it on. Turn it on. If you just give it a little wipe, then that just helps it dry. It just warms up a little bit. Have a quick look at it, make sure it's alright, looks alright, feels beautiful. So I'll put one more coat on it. Two coats, or we'll have two coats. Two coats of sanding sealer. Wipe excess off. Quick spin round. It's on in spinning at 600 revs a minute. I'll dry it off. I'll seal it beautiful. If I don't seal it, when I come to put friction polish on, what happens is if you don't prepare your wood properly, then your gloss finish ain't going to be absolute glossy like you want it to be. I mean, that feels nice and looks nice, but what I should have done is sand and seal it first and then put Yorkshire grit on through it. So what I'm going to have to do is do that again. Shouldn't be so bad this time. The Yorkshire grit on. Stationary, a little bit of that. Label. Spread it about with obviously that little portion of paper towel you just put it applied with, I'll put it on with. Rub it in, let it do its job. Like I say, I'm about 600 revs a minute. I ain't applying too much pressure and it's gone from missing to be not as, you can just hear it, it's smoother. So what you want to do, that feels like it's done, sounds like it's done. Put paper towel back on, give it a quick wipe over. It's only up to about 1,000 revs. Just give it a little more about. Check your paper towel, make sure I'll pick it clean a bit. Take as much as can off. Have a quick look at that. Feels beautiful. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to put a bit of friction polish on. So some people love friction polish and some people hate it. So simple chestnut friction polish. Give it a good shake. I'll put light on and see if you can actually see it. I'll show you how much I use. You hardly use any at all. So what you want to do is give it a good shake like I have done. Twist it round and now you can just see what's in that cap, which is not a good deal at all. So use corner of this, give it a quick wipe, and that's all I'm putting on, that little bit there. So what I do is I rub it pretty fast, absolute all over. You can feel it, it'll start to drag when it dries a little bit. So move it as much fast as you can, and you can feel it. It'll just start to drag a little bit. Just hear it that little bit. So put the lid back on, get this out of the way. All that. So I'm going to use same little bit of kitchen towel, which is that bit. You can still see that coloration in what I've got. I'll turn the label. I want it to be about 600 revs. I'll put a bit of pressure on. I put light on so you can see it. Don't look that big, does it? But right, let's put a bit of pressure on, add a bit of friction. Just move that round. Just turn the label up to about 1,000 revs. A different part of kitchen towel, just give it a quick rub. Touch. Just like, don't put too much pressure on, because what you'll do is you'll actually pull that friction polish off rather than just polishing surface. So let's have a quick look at that. So that friction polish looks lovely. You can see a nice bit of shine on it there. So what I'm going to do is part that off, put my wood chuck on, and then go from there. So I'll part this off here. Don't go all the way, I'll end up down. So what I generally do, just leave that little bit on there you can't really see, and then just finish. So I'll make sure that's alright. So screw chuck, sorry. So screw chuck, all it is, piece of wood with screw in centre. What I've done, you can't really see it, but it's slightly concaved a little bit. I'll just put a little bit of rubber on there, just to give it that bit of grip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bob that into C's yours now. Don't forget we've already drilled that hole. So that's bottom side, that's top side where we've drilled that little hole. So where that little hole is, we just simply screw a zapple onto a screw chuck. Don't forget when I got this right little bit to do here. So some people shy or frown upon screw chucks. I don't know why. If you go nice and steady, you'll be alright. Some people use jam chucks and various different things, but this is my way of doing it. But I'll show you. So I've got spindle gouge. So spindle gouge. Just checking away. I didn't want to take too much away because we're on that screw chuck. So look at what we've done. That's it, don't look too bad. There's various different combinations what you can do to that bottom to make it look realistically. But at the end of the day, it's Splatted Beech. Nobody's going to pretend it's a real apple. So as long as you do a little bit of something in there, then it's lovely. It's sanding to it, so that. 80, I went to 80 grit. So in theory, I did that little bit. I started sanding from there, 80 grit. So then I jumped up to 180 grit. So I'm going to go from there. Then I'm going to go to 240 and to 320. So every grit, I'm just going to come up a little bit, just so I can get rid of any marks. So 240. Just extract it back on. Sanding sealer on first. That's what I should have done last time, but I didn't. A little bit of sanding sealer on that bit, just on that bottom. Turn it on white, excess off. One with a little touch. Dry for the next coat. I also like to put tone. Second coat, sanding sealer on it. White access off. Play one more up, speed, tries it up. Bit of tool grit. Bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this tool grit in. I went to possibly 3/4 of that apple with that sanding sealer. So I'm going to go about halfway up now with this tool grit, just to make sure. Don't forget we've polished it halfway, haven't we? So it should be nice and smooth. Look, give that a quick rub, make sure we've got all that tool grit off. Touch. So we've got that tool bit off, so I'm happy with that. So what we've got to do now is put friction polish back on it. So friction polish, give it a good old check. Then what I'm going to do, same again, I want just a little bit of that friction polish on. So I've shook it up, you can hardly see what's in the bottom of here, but you've got a rough idea, there's just a couple of drops in the bottom. So all I do is just that, so I just wet it, spin it down stationary, don't forget, that side's already got it on, friction polish. underrated stuff. This. And you can just hear it now as it starts to dry off. Hopefully. Turn it up. About 1,000 revs. Add a bit of pressure. Bit of friction. High friction polish. Quick polish. Not adding too much pressure. What I'm doing is I'm just light rub over. There you go. If you look at that. As you can see, or possibly not see, but finish on that stunning. Really nice. Lovely little bit of splattered beech there. So what I've done is we'll place that earlier. I've got some 6mm dowel, put it in drill, and sanded it to look like a V shape, and used a Sharpie, and then just coloured it, no special. Then all I do is wear that drill, drill that hole, bit of silver glue in there. Silver glue in there. I use black silver glue. I don't know why. It seems to look a bit better. I've got a bit of black silver glue. A little turn. There you go. A simple but yet very effective apple. Splatted beech. Stunning. But 6mm dowel, black Sharpie, that's what I did, and then that's bottom. Thanks for watching. But if you like it, you'd like to subscribe,